everybody, I'm Brad Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 10 of the Powerskateshow. Oh boy, we had a lot of news this week. We have plenty of nostalgias, plenty of NHL awards to get to, a huge trade that occurred earlier this morning. The Kraken announced their head coach. A lot of stuff happened this week, and we're going to waste no time getting into it. Stanley Cup Finals obviously underway. We'll be recapping games 1 and 2 as well. But before we do, we got to get Alex on here. Please show yourself.
Busy week on the Powerskateshow office. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? I'm Alex Stossel. Not DMV Sportsnet anymore because I have my own YouTube channel, which I'm pretty much posting for those who follow me on all my social medias. I have my own YouTube channel now, so I'm Alex Stossel from Alex Stossel, let's say that. But anyway, welcome to Season 3, Episode 10 of the Powerskateshow. Like I said, busy week on the Powerskateshow office, isn't that right, Grant?
Yeah. A lot of stuff occurred.
Yeah, and anyway, before we start, how are you doing today? Should start that. Yeah, same as always. Yeah. Alright! Since we got that out of the way, let's share screens, why not? You guys gotta follow the Powerskateshow. 1.1 followers remaining. Let's get 1.1 followers until our by the next episode. And y'all gotta follow Fletcher Sports Zone. If you guys do not follow Fletcher Sports Zone, then I think you're pretty much onto something.
I mean, that if you don't follow Fletcher Sports Zone, that's worth an unexpected drug test. Kidding. We're turning into the MLB out here. If you don't follow me, you're automatically getting checked.
Oh my. Yeah. Alright,
anyway,
the
images do not lie.
Yes, the images do not lie. Alright, so we'll start on the Fletcher Sports Zone's page that did not make it onto the Powerskateshow account, so might as well we'll start that. Islanders GM Lou Lamoriello wins back-to-back GM of the Year awards.
And well deserved. Listen, as much as my Panther fans were trying to praise Bill Zito, listen, he did it. And listen, he did a good job. You know, Connor Verhaeghe came out of nowhere, but no, this was the right pick because the Islanders are consistently a mid-tier team, and the reason why they made back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals is because of this man. If he does not hire Barry Trotz, if he does not trade for Kyle Palmieri, if he does not extend Adam Pelech or gets Ilias Sorokin over from Russia, this season does not happen. So give Lou Lamoriello some credit.
Yeah, I absolutely. I'm talking about Kyle Palmieri. I'm talking about Andy Green. Like players who can carry the playoff contention. They did a good job about it, and good job, Lou Lamoriello. Oh my God, going back to the New Jersey Devils heydays. Oh boy. Hall of Fame sports broadcaster Pat Foley will retire the following 2021-22 season, and this will be Foley's 39th season working in the booth for the Blackhawks.
I mean, this is just not ideal. One of my favorite sports broadcasters of all time, especially in hockey. You know, I'm gonna miss he just got excited. You know, he was just another enthusiastic commentator I enjoyed quite a bit, and it's gonna obviously since they retired, but the fact that he's been covering the Blackhawks for over 30 years now is impressive. So, you know, just props to him.
Yeah, I think a broadcaster who's been doing this for pretty much for almost 40 years is very impressive. Like you're pretty much looking back in the past, like him broadcasting at the old Chicago Stadium,
right?
Which that's pretty much should be the best memories of him. The 2010 Stanley Cup run, the
I was
2013.
about to say he don't care about the old stadiums. He cares about the 3 rings he's going to get for being the commentator for them.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah.
One of which we don't mention on this channel ever.
Yeah. All right. Next. Per reports, the Capitals are believed to offer Alex Ovechkin a 5-year deal worth $9.5-10 million per season this offseason. He's gonna break Wayne Gretzky's goal record, baby. That's why you have to sign 5 years.
You know what? Yes, I want him to beat Ovechkin. Yeah, no, I want him to beat the Gretzky goal record because, honestly, me personally, I like Alex Ovechkin. I got nothing against him. As much as I bash the Capitals on the show, I have nothing against Alex Ovechkin. I literally have his jersey. I got nothing.
Thank you.
It's everybody else on that team I despise, besides John Carlson and TJ Oshie. That's neither here nor there. Please sign him to this floated extension. You're going to pay a 35-year-old $10 million a year. You're going to be in cap hell. And honestly, you're already going to get Nick Kuznetsov. You're already thinking about buying out half your defense. You already know Carr's not coming back. Like, yo, do it. Just sign Ovechkin so, you know, he can break that goal record, but the Capitals are not making the playoffs. Because they are just simply put going to be in so much cap trouble.
Yeah. True.
Especially when they pay Samsonov in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Nostalgia of the week. A legendary nostalgia of the week. Chris Chelios, an analyst who will pair up with Mark Messier. Good job, ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN's playing it smart. Well, they were playing it smart. We'll get to some news in a second that will make me regret that. But this, however, was pretty good. I think he and Mark Messier are going to make a pretty good show. So I'm excited for ESPN signing Chris Chelios.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Top. All right. Maple Leafs re-signed right wing Wayne Simmons to a 2-year, $1.8 million deal. I think this is a good one. I think this is a good sign for like a veteran player who's about to be on the decline, pretty much.
He already is kind of on the decline. But the thing is, you're gonna pay him under $2 million for a solid third liner. You make that contract. Some dude who is still physical and can still get decent assists. Do it.
Yeah. All right, next up.
This is where I say ESPN was the only thing they went wrong. Because during their hires, they left out a certain individual everyone wanted back. That's right, Gary Thorne, commentating the Stanley Cup Finals from 1993 to 2004 on ESPN, is not returning. Now listen, I get he's in his late 70s, but still, you really couldn't have signed him to like a 2-year deal or something.
Orioles broadcaster.
Come
on, Gary. Or now you're not gonna like ESPN. Now you're not gonna play the ESPN theme song anymore because Gary Thorne's no longer. You gotta do something.
Yeah.
How about this, Gary Thorne? Work with Turner Sports, TNT, and then we'll have that conversation. I swear to God. Or ABC, well, whatever it is, but bring back Gary Thorne. Come on. That's all I'm gonna say. Or one more on the Flush Sports Zone's page, and then we'll get to the Powerskateshow. Sabres re-signed head coach Don Granat to a 3-year deal. Good. Heard Rasmus Dahlin said something that he's very excited to play with them. Oh wait, you're an echo or something.
Try now. Oh, that's better. There we go. We no longer have the echo.
All right.
Let me do.
Anyway,
Whatever. We'll get that fixed next week.
yeah. I apologize if you guys hear the echo. I apologize. Anyway, I don't have any device right next to me, or do I? Anyway, as I was saying, I think I'm connected on Bluetooth for a stupid reason. I'll turn it off. All right, there we go. All right, all good.
That one. No, I can still hear myself.
All right. Anyway, as I was saying, good signing on the Sabres. I heard Rasmus Dahlin likes to be with Dom Granado, so I think this is a good sign for Buffalo.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, you got to give him more of a chance. 3 years is, I guess, the standard contract for a new coach. He didn't do awful. I mean, obviously, he was the coach who broke the long losing streak. And honestly, the Sabres played better down the stretch. For the last 3 weeks of the season, thought the Sabres were better than the Devils. That's just me, but at least that's why I thought. So, Buffalo, they're still not going to make the playoffs next year. They're still going to finish like 20 games below 500. But you use next year, if you don't blow it up in the offseason, straight away, I can all that jazz. You keep the core together, take the draft strategically, and this guy actually ends up panning out. Buffalo might be a playoff team by the time this contract expires, so therefore they can re-sign him to another deal afterwards. But for the 3 years of this contract, the Sabres are still going to be terrible.
Right. All right, now let's go back to Powerskate. What do you say? Got a lot of topics to talk about. All right. We'll start with the first one. Blues defenseman Carl Gunnarsson has announced his retirement at age 34. And Grant, as a Bruins fan yourself, you probably might know this picture.
We do not talk about this series. Hey, listen, I don't bring up 1998. We don't bring up any of the Bruins stuff.
Anyway,
Jessica Carl Gunnarsson had a good career, though. I liked him much more when he was on the Maple Leafs. And I'm not even saying that because of obviously the goal he scored in Game 2 of the 2019 finals. Just in general, I liked him a lot when he was on the Maple Leafs. He was a good bruising defenseman who would, basically what I was describing Wayne Simmons earlier, just a guy who can deliver the body and get quite a few assists every season. He was good with the Maple Leafs, and then he kind of fell off with the Blues.
Yeah. All right, next. Bruins center Patrice Bergeron has won the 2021 Mark Messier NHL Leadership Award. Well deserved, Patrice.
As you should, as you definitely should.
Mm-hmm. Moving on. Well, we'll say this a lightning round. Toronto Maple Leafs prospect Amelia Rasmussen will not sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs and will be redrafted in the 2021 NHL Draft. Huh?
I didn't know he was getting redrafted in the NHL.
He's doing the Freddie Anderson route. Here we go. Seattle Kraken hired Dave Hackstall as their first head coach in franchise history. Wait, hold on. Might as well I can break it down for you. As you know, he's one of the greatest head coaches in North Dakota. Went 7 out of 12 Frozen Fours. I could see Seattle is going to go for a younger team. Because of his experience, we could see a younger team. Am I wrong? What do you think?
This is a ginormous L. How do you not get John Tortorella or Claude Julien? Honestly, in my case, I go with Claude Julien. If you want to go down the younger player route, then yeah, you should get Claude Julien because obviously Tortorella can't look at young players. But dude, you had so many options. You could have even waited a couple more weeks. Well, they should have hired Delon a couple of weeks ago. They passed up on that and then okay, well, Claude Julien would then make the most sense. And they get a guy who underperformed with the Flyers as head coach, and then was kind of mediocre in the Maple Leafs assistant coach for the past couple of seasons. I'm gonna just say this right now. I'm going to say this right now. I don't know why they either took too long or they rushed it. I don't really know.
All right, moving on. Hall of Fame center Mark Mancini has been hired by ESPN as a TV analyst for the 2021-22 NHL season. He's going to pair up with Chris Chutz, and I think the picture, the first time with a newspaper, we will win tonight. Really, like, how about Gary Thorne and Mark Messier should have paired up? Gary Thorne called that game when Mark Messier guaranteed that game.
I mean, it's a good signing again. They're going to pair up with Chile, so I'm not really complaining. But yeah, I mean, they should have got Gary Thorne. They didn't. It sucks, but whatever.
Yeah. LA Kings re-signed for Blake Lizotte to a 1-year, $800,000 deal. That's not going to be about me. I see you're applauding. What do you think about it?
This is a steal. And honestly, if I was Lizotte, I would be like, yo, give me a 3-year contract worth like $2 million right now. They undersold.
Yeah. All right, next. Montreal Canadiens. We will get to that. So Canadiens going to Stanley Cup final.
You can get to that. I'm gonna head off real quick and try to fix this echoing issue.
All right, cool.
Oh, you're gonna have to pick me up.
All right. And per reports, there are potential destinations for a trade acquisition about Capitals center Evgeny Kuznetsov heading to the Los Angeles Kings, the New York Rangers, or the Columbus Blue Jackets. In my opinion, out of all those three, I can't see him go to the Kings. Like, if we have to see how Quinton Byfield is working. Like Arthur Kaliev is coming up very soon as to be like a full-time NHL player. I mean, if you're Columbus, then I would say like the team itself is gonna make sense at a short run, not a long run. Probably like without John Tortorella. John Tortorella will pressure too much with Evgeny Kuznetsov, like what he did with Patrick Laine, Pierre-Luc Dubois, like before Dubois got traded to Winnipeg. And if you're the Rangers, I definitely would see it. I think will be like a finalized piece. A finalized piece to like their to become like a playoff contention, like you get like they hired Gerard Gallant, which is a good sign for the Rangers coming up really short. And if you're like I said, if you're in New York, like you have Adam Fox, who recently won the Norris Memorial Trophy. So, yeah, I think Kuznetsov can be a better fit for the Rangers. Grant just left to he had some difficulties So I'll give him like a quick call. All right. Grant's coming back in. So, all right. I hope everything is okay.
All right. No, I can still hear you though.
Don't worry about it. If that's fine.
Well, I know a lot of people just told me that they're having trouble hearing me, so.
I will mute if you're gonna talk. If you're gonna have your
All
opinion.
right. Yeah, I think that'll be good idea.
Yeah. All right. So there are rumors about Capital Center getting Kuznetsov. About 3 potential team destinations: the LA Kings, the Columbus Blue Jackets, or the New York Rangers. So Grant, which of the 3 teams that he would go to? And I'll mute my mic right now.
All right. I mean, the Kings go after him, cool, but personally, I think if any team's going to go after him at the 3, it's going to be Columbus. I also heard the Blues were interested in him, so there's 4 legit candidates because that's not to go for. And honestly, if I am the Blue Jackets, if I don't like stuff, I think the Capitals are going to want someone like Cam Atkinson in return, kind of have a little bit of a blockbuster deal along the lines of that, or maybe one of their better young defensemen. So we'll see. We might even see, we can get even crazy and see Seth Jones get involved in a mock trade, which, I mean, I doubt Seth Jones is going to Washington, but, that would be pretty insane if Seth Jones was involved in this trade. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think like I said while you're taking care of difficulties, like if you're Columbus, I think like luckily John Tortorella is not coaching with Columbus, because I think that he's gonna pressure too much with Kuznetsov, like what he did to Patrick Laine or Pierre Dubois before Dubois got traded to Winnipeg. So yeah. Everything okay?
I don't know what's going on.
How about this? Like you can mute your mic, and then if I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
say
let me
something,
get a different computer. I'll be right back.
all right. All right, bye. I apologize for the technical difficulties about Grant's computer. So if yeah, I apologize for the difficulties for about Grant. Um, there should be no problem this whole time. I think that we can get the stream done and podcast done and over with. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this so far, please hit the like button. Them and greatly appreciate it a lot to me and Grant. That's gonna make me enjoy my podcast, make us do more podcast videos in the near future. Still apologize for the technical difficulties. Um, I mean, like, I don't know. All right, so Grant said that he's gonna get the no, like Grant's okay, like he'll be fine. Okay. Good?
Is it? No, I see the echo. I don't know what's going on with any of my computers.
Oh shoot. No wonder. I think that
It's
I was
fine
charging
now.
my.
It's fine now. No, it's not.
Did look? It was my phone. Look.
No, I still hear my echo.
All right, I think we're all good.
No, we're not. I still hear it.
Damn it.
Roll on with the next topic. I'll kind of work through this.
All right. I'll mute my mic when you're gonna say your opinion. We'll do that.
I heard that was making my audio worse, so I don't know.
All right, and we'll just ignore that. So there are trade rumor destinations again about Flame center Sean Monahan could end up to play for the Winnipeg Jets, the Columbus Blue Jackets, or the New York Rangers. So Grant, Monahan to Winnipeg, Columbus, or the Rangers.
I would say the Jets would probably be a logical option, although I don't think the Canadians are going to want to, or the Flames are going to want to trade for a Canadian rival. We'll see.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think Monahan could be a good fit for like the Jets, like you said. I think for like a good record of their roster can be a good good option or a good use. I like if you're like looking for Columbus, like you talked about the Evgeny Kuznetsov, I think like a blockbuster trade with like Monahan and Atkinson, or like Monahan, Werenski, or Korpisalo, Merzlikins, or like whoever. They have to get a blockbuster trade in return, or like a first round draft pick. So that's just me. If I'm hearing any rumors, and yeah. All right, moving on. Another rumor: Blue Jackets are trying. Like I'm hearing a lot of rumors for the Blue Jackets, but I think this. All right, there are rumors about Flyers center Nolan Patrick could be traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets. So, Patrick to Columbus, yes or no?
No. I would say no. And anyone in the chat, please let me know if my out is coming out worse, because I hear whenever Alex mutes my mic, it's worse. I don't know. Hopefully it's fine now. Yeah, because right there you just heard my echo. So I don't know. But regardless, I would not. For Nolan Patrick, I would not. Well, I mean, the Blue Jackets should trade him. We'll trade for him, but I don't think the Flyers will. They're going to keep on Nolan Patrick for a couple more years, probably. Oh, it's working now. Okay, good.
All right, good. All right, we're good. And I think the sorry that I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I think this is because that I put my phone charger on my computer. How? All right. Well. Anyway, thank God that's all taken care of. But let's move on. I hope you're happy about this, Grant. Bruins signed center Trent Frederick to a 2-year, $1.05 million AAV. Hope you're happy about it.
Yes. Oh, can you mute your mic real quick? Yeah, this is ultimately a good re-signing by the Bruins. I want to see Trent Frederick on the fourth line a lot more next year. I know in the few games he played well. You know, was getting into some fights, was really motivating the team, and even scored a couple of goals. So I give Trent Frederick a lot of credit. I know that he was on the taxi squad for the majority of the year, but I do think he's ultimately going to play much better this year if Bruce Cassidy is willing to give him the playing time. So, yeah, what's your thoughts on this?
I think that this is a good signing. But I would say like they should pay him like 1.5 mil. Like yes, he's a third liner. He was on the third line and the fourth line this year. So I think if you're pretty much going for like a 1.5 mil deal, then that's pretty much a full-time third liner. So I think that this is a good signing and a good like sign of like Frederick in the future. Is that once he's trying to get more success, and I would say like the next 2 years he might probably earn between a 1.75 mil deal or a 2.3 mil deal. If he's acting the same thing like he did last year, with the fights and the offense, we could see a raise about him.
We could see about Jalal go up to 4 mil.
Yeah. Alright, moving on. Nostalgia of the week. Capitals center, well known this time with the Capitals, has announced his retirement for professional hockey at age 38, according to his recent post on his social medias. And I'm going to give this a round of applause because he reshared my Instagram story. Yeah. Best of luck, Brooks, and also big thank you. Yeah, we should have him on my podcast because since he reshared my story, I think he earned it probably.
Ask him.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of retirements, third retirement of the week. 2016 Stanley Cup champion Bo Bennett announced his retirement at age 29, and I think it's because of like concussion problems, I believe. So yeah, well known this time with the Penguins. First round draft pick by the Penguins. So like he's most likely an AHL player or like an extra forward his whole career.
Was he contributing that 2016 run?
Yeah. Alright, now the preview of the Stanley Cup final. About damn time. Montreal, Tampa Bay. Well, the Lightning are leading the series 2-0. And you guys might probably ask, Alex and Grant, where are the live reactions here on Powerskate? Where is it? For me, I have work. The schedule is going crazy for me. If you guys want to think about, is Powerskate ever going to do live reactions? Go on to Frozen Sports Zone.
Yeah, I do.
He'll take care of business. Alright, and second part, who do you got winning the Conn Smythe? Montreal and Tampa Bay. If I go for Montreal, Carey Price. Tampa Bay, Brendan Point. So who you got winning the Conn Smythe for like both teams?
All right, real quick. So for the Canadians, I gotta go with Carey Price, like my comment says there. I mean, simply put, he's the reason why Tampa Bay hasn't won the past 2 games like 8-1. I give Carey Price all the credit in the world. He's still playing great, although in game 1 where he allowed 5 goals, he kind of looked a little shaky in the third, but other than that, he's been playing very well. He's been playing very well since the Toronto series, and so I think he would deserve it for Montreal the most. And then for the Lightning, you got to go with Brendan Point. I mean, 9-game goal streak, almost tying an NHL record. It's incredible.
Yeah, like he's kind of like forgot like who like in recent memory of the playoffs, but yeah, Brendan Point has to be the clear cut recipient of the Conn Smythe if the Lightning win the Stanley Cup this year. Alright, moving on. Speaking of Kuznetsov, the Vegas Golden Knights are looking for a star center on their roster, and they're interested about getting capital center, getting Kuznetsov to fill in the centerpiece in their roster. So, Kuznetsov to Vegas. Yes or no?
To Vegas. Yeah, another team. So that's really 5 teams in the Kuznetsov race. But nah, I'm still gonna go with, I think if any team's gonna get him, it's gonna be Columbus. If you want my personal opinion, I think Kuznetsov's probably gonna stay in Washington. But again, if these rumors are true, I think he'll either go to Columbus. Maybe Vegas is the most ideal spot for a Western Conference team, but at the same time, the Blues would have more salary. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think Kuznetsov could be a better fit. Like if like they have to trade like one of the centers. Like they have to get rid of Will Carrier or Tomas Nosek. Because if you got Kuznetsov on the roster, you got William Karlsson. If getting Kuznetsov, Cody Glass, and then Chandler Stevenson. No, Stevenson and Nick Roy. So I think that this would make sense if you're the Golden Knights. So, alright, moving on. There have been multiple reports. We'll go through this really quick. That the Barrie Colts from the OHL are about to put their team and ownership on sale.
Just has to some minor league teams. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Moving on. Oh, yeah, we said something about it. Golden Knights goaltender Oscar Dansk will not re-sign with the team and will test free agency. Where do I think will Oscar Dansk go? I would say KHL.
KHL, maybe. Probably sign my own deal with the Flames or something.
Yeah. Alright. If he does not go to KHL, I kind of see him go to like a team like the Senators, the Senators or the Predators. Predators or Calgary. That's just me. Or Pittsburgh if Jerry or D. Smith gets exposed and gets picked at the expansion draft. Alright. Next, per reports relating to the Vegas Golden Knights, that the Vegas Golden Knights are trying to open up a trade market value for a trade acquisition on Sabres center Jack Eichel or Blue Jackets right wing Patrick Laine. So, who should go to Vegas, Eichel or Laine?
Oh, right. I'll mute Mike. Laine makes the most sense going to Vegas. And simply put, he would fill a need at first line right wing along with Pacioretty and William Karlsson. So I think Vegas would make the most sense here. The Knights, I don't know if they would necessarily have the salary to pay Jack Eichel, but, at least for the long term, he'll just have to be there for a couple years, and then he'll eventually move on. That's kind of going to be the same thing with Laine. I see Patrick Laine, and he's already played on 3 teams in his career. Well, 2, but soon to be 3. I think he's going to play on, honestly, much more. It feels like Patrick Laine is going to be kind of the next Brendan Saad, in my opinion, a very solid role player who's just going to be getting bounced around the league a lot. And it's not that he's a bad player. It's just he's shown it consistency being a first liner, and I just don't know if teams, are going to want to give Laine the big payday. I get he was drafted number 2 overall in 2016, but he's still a fast, talented right winger. It's just he's going to be no more than a second liner, really, and we'll see with that.
Yeah, I pretty much going to say the same thing. So. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Joel Army on the COVID protocol list, but the good thing is that he's playing right now. So, per reports, that the other Senators signed Maple Leaf center Zach Hyman this offseason, it would pretty much have to be a 6-6 deal.
I don't think they do it.
Hey, look at the comments. No, no. They're saying no.
I'm saying no.
These are true news we get from Puck Report and Puck Empire, so don't even at us. So good news, the Seattle Kraken will be affiliated with the Charlotte Checkers and the AHL, and also will be partnered with the Florida Panthers. Interesting, Seattle. Well, the good thing about it is that Ron Francis is the GM of the, used to be the GM of the Carolina Hurricanes. So I think that's a good move for Seattle being with the Checkers. So what do you think about Seattle being with the Checkers?
Okay. Oh, okay. So honestly, I mean, I don't really know what to say to this. This is honestly, I think, pretty cool that they're trying to combine a couple of AHL teams for the short-term future, unless the Kraken, have enough money to, get their own AHL team a few years down the road. I think this is smart. At least trying to combine some AHL teams, especially since the Panthers do have one of the better minor league affiliates. I agree with this. I think this is good.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Moving on. Vegas Golden Knights will host the 2022 All-Star Game, and Florida Panthers fans got robbed. Surprisingly, sadly, well, Florida could host the 2023 All-Star Game. Which we will get to that. Should be Florida in 2022 and Vegas in 20.
Yeah.
Moving on. Hope we're happy about it. The Wild and the Blues are going to play the 2022 Winter Classic. And good thing about it is that we will guarantee do a live reaction watching that game. And about time that they announced the damn thing.
Yeah.
Winter Classic is back. Finally. And this, I have a problem. Not about the matchups, but the location. And Grant, if you know me, you know that I have a problem. Predators and the Lightning. Good for you that the Lightning are finally playing an outdoor game. Why is not the location the Bristol Motor Speedway? I mean, come on! This should have been the Front Runner Stadium out in Tennessee. Nissan Stadium. I mean, come on! Of all the stadiums, okay, like the University of Tennessee Volunteer Stadium, okay, that can be better. Bristol Motor Speedway, they played a football game! Yes, I'm gonna act like Steve Dingle. They played a football game like 4 years ago! How about a hockey game there? Alright, now I'm done ranting. We got more rant, which we're not gonna tell you, but we're gonna get to it. So, Grant, what do you think about... Do you agree about my problem?
I mean, I Listen, they play a football game at Bristol. They can play a hockey game at Bristol. And as a NASCAR fan, I want them to do this. They should absolutely be doing this. Bristol Motor Speedway would be a I mean, it's a big enough track to obviously play a hockey game. I mean, yeah, it's one of the smaller tracks in general, but that's what makes this possible, is that Bristol is such a small track that, transfer from concrete to dirt, often enough that, obviously they made the dirt track this year in NASCAR. So it makes sense why they kind of ventured out, see how NASCAR does first, try and change up the track for a couple of years. And, I think NASCAR would ultimately, should allow this to happen. And I would be totally cool if this happens for the Stadium Series, especially since the Lightning and Predators are pretty good as well. That's I think if they stay in the divisions, it would be a pretty good matchup. But, it's a good matchup. You have Victor Hedman versus Roman Josi, battle out who's the better Swedish defenseman. I could have fun with that. But
instead of calling the Stadium Series, how about change it to the Norris Trophy Series between Hedman and Josi, who have been nominated for the Norris Trophy pretty much the last 4 years.
And John Carlson.
That would be clever. Well, maybe. Moving on. So the Montreal Canadiens will finally host the 2022 NHL Draft. And Shane Wright is the top prospect in the 2022 NHL Entry Draft. So Montreal should have hosted. Well, if we were in a normal life, then it would be 2020. And good thing is that Montreal is still on hold. They finally made a deal 2022. Good. I hope you're happy about it, Grant. Would you like to? All right, say it, and then what it is, and then give your good rant. I'll sit back and relax and enjoy. Grant, take it away.
Yeah. So they're bringing back sponsorships on helmets for the 2022 season, and which I am not pleased about. Here's my issue from day one. You have sponsors all over the boards. You have 3 commercial breaks a period. There is no need to keep on shoving advertisements in our face. Now, I know they're small. They're on helmets. They are very minuscule. Does it make a huge impact on the game? No, it doesn't. It's just trying to give it more money, which I get. But at the same time, it's just beyond annoying to see. It's like, I get last year because obviously you had to get some money due to COVID-19. So you had to, get some extra sponsorships, make a little bit extra money. But I mean, if this returns for the 2023 season, then it's just going to become a main thing moving forward. And that's going to suck. But
a good thing what Gary Bettman said is that they will not add sponsorships into jerseys. Good job, Gary Bettman. You did not screw that up. If they put that in jerseys, we will riot. Oilers re-signed center Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to an 8-year, $5.125. Oh, the length is too high. 8 years? How about be a 3-year deal or a 4-year deal? Would you like to say anything about it, Grant?
Oh, I would love to. Overpayment. That's all I gotta say is that's an overpayment. 8 years, $41 million for Nugent-Hopkins with a no movement clause. Really? You're gonna pay a second line center $41 million? That is absurd. So basically, what I've gathered from this is that the market is going to be crashing the NHL in a few years. We've already seen the Louis Eriksson contracts, Milan Lucic contracts. we've already seen all those contracts. And Nugent Hopkins is definitely better than the two players I just mentioned. But all I gotta say is this: it is an overpayment for sure. He's 28 years old. I mean, he could be playing first line minutes if they switch him to left wing and then put Drysdale on the right wing. We'll see. 35 points in 52 games is decent. And again, he's closing in on 500 points in his career. But, more of the story, I got to go with that's an overpayment. If the Oilers should re-sign Hopkins, I would have done a 4-year deal worth about 35 mil. I think that's a pretty modest contract. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, this is an overpayment. Like, I would be like 24 so 29 I would be 25. No,
Yeah.
24. My God. All right, moving on. Nostalgia of the week. Oh, we got play the Brass Bonanza because former NHL who is well known his time with the Hurricanes and the Devils, Tubo Rutu, has been hired as an assistant coach by the Florida Panthers.
All right, Brass Bonanza, mute your mic up.
Yeah, we got accused of Brass Bonanza because he was a Carolina Hurricane back then. Retired, and now he's an assistant coach to the Florida Panthers.
There you go. I played like 2 seconds.
Alright, cool. Alright, anyway, moving on. Did you want to say your opinion about it?
I mean, listen, Tomarutu was, he was great with the Hurricanes back in the day, but, overall solid player. As an assistant coach, this could pay off getting an NHL veteran like Tomarutu. I like this, honestly. I think more players should be hired as assistants, but that's neither here nor there. Good signing, though, by the Panthers.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. They did not mess it up with the Calder votes. Minnesota Wild right wing Kirill Kaprizov has won the Calder Memorial Trophy, and a good thing about it is that they did not screw the votes up.
Gave it to Dixon. I would win that.
And good thing about it, Vitek Vanacek ranks 6th on the votes. Who said that Vitek Vanacek's nickname is Vitek Vanachoke?
I mean, Swayman should have on the boat.
Sir, Swayman played 3 games.
He played 7 and got 2 shutouts. Hey, he had as many shutouts as Vanacek did in way less games.
Slander time. Alright. Moving on. Rangers defenseman Adam Fox has won the James North Memorial Trophy for League's Best Defenseman for this season. Well deserved, Adam Fox. You finally beat Victor Hedman, and you beat Cale Makar. Way to go. Alright, and so you guys want to see TJ's Maple Leafs videos, so Grant, are you okay that we can show it, or?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so I'll remove you, and then we'll do and then we'll show the full screen.
Actually.
Huh? All right, we're good. All right, and this is pretty much our commercial break, so we'll be right back, guys.
You have your veteran fork line all doing well. What's all?
Oh yeah. All right. I apologize, guys. I have no idea what's going on with the I don't know. But for those who follow the Powerskate show, you guys can take a look with yourselves. All right. Anyway, moving on. I have to share my screen again. Well, we should pretty much have to give him a standing ovation for a reason. Oilers center Connor McDavid unanimously win the Hart Memorial Trophy and the Ted Lindsay Award. 100 points in a condensed season. Yes. So yeah.
Well earned.
Yeah, well earned. And more. Golden Knights goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury has won his first Vezina Trophy in his NHL career. Well deserved. Alright.
Should have been Grubauer, but whatever.
Yeah. Red time! Do you want to say something, or are you just
Yeah. I would like to. All right. So basically, this just makes no sense. Why? Listen, I get the people who are saying we want to attract a younger audience. We need to have other influencers, branch out the game of hockey. Here's my issue. We already have actually quite a bit of younger fans already. And the issue is you hired the wrong guy to do it. You don't, in my opinion, you shouldn't be hiring one of the top TikTokers. Now, it makes sense why they did this because they're going for, oh, cool, we can get more popular route. But at the same time, you want to know how many fans like myself who, or like Alex who, maybe aren't the biggest fans of, hiring certain TikTokers, certain places, or even above that, it's going to really tick off the older fan base particularly because the issue is you hire these TikTok influencers and all of a sudden your league's not going to be taken serious. And that was one of the issues with the NFL last year is that they let way too many of these players go on TikTok and the league was starting to not be taken seriously near the end of the year. Look at what the Steelers did in the NFL. Case in point there. Now, I know what he's going to do. He's just going to advertise big events and stuff, which is fine. Again, it's not the end of the world. It's just the fact that he is a TikToker and a musician it's going to run people the wrong way, like myself. I had the time to think about it. This wasn't the worst decision they could have made. Yes, they could have got someone worse. And I get it. It's just going to help out the game in general, but still, they could have just gone after someone else. They could have gone after former players, other athletes, or actual musicians like Justin Bieber. Doesn't he like the Maple Leafs? This would be better than this guy.
Yeah, here's kind of my problem. If they did not hire Josh Richards as a voice of the fans, how about Stephen Johns? We saw we're seeing him doing a Mental Miles event of himself. Why not the NHL should hire Stephen Johns? Am I right? Should I hire Stephen Johns over Josh Richards? Yes. So, or how about me or Grant can be the voice of the fans? Why not? We can do it in a heartbeat.
I do it for free. That's why I'm paying them.
Alright, next. Speaking of Florida, the Florida Panthers are expecting to host the 2023 All-Star Game. A good thing about it is that they're gonna what was I about to say? And good thing about it is that they will have a chance to get their All-Star game back on track. Anything you would like to say about it?
Nah. Should have been this year, but whatever.
Yeah. Moving on. Happy Canada Day. That's actually today, so happy Canada Day to all our fellow Canadians. Trade alert! Predator for the first time in the last trade, the Jacob Vrana trade for Anthony Mantha, which I'm still mad to this day. But good thing that Anthony Mantha is very good with the Capitals. Anyway. Predators trade left-wing Victor Arvidsson to the Los Angeles Kings for a 2021 second-round pick and a 2022 third-round pick. Thoughts?
Yeah. My thoughts on this, listen, as, Kings of my Bruins of the West, I respect a lot of their, decisions that they make in the front office. And they have gotten better over the past couple of years. The Kings have actually, other than the Brand Lemieux trade, in the past couple of years, they've been striving to be better. And getting Victor Arvidsson is a very good move. You have your second liner right now, your first liner when Dustin Brown's contract expires after next year. Boom, you already got your first liner. And then the fact that you only give up a second round pick this year and a third round for next year for a second line right winger, that's not awful, really. And eventually to be first. Nashville, I don't know why they necessarily got rid of Arvidsson so quickly. If I was Nashville, this was kind of Arvidsson's ceiling. I don't think they would have gotten anything more for him. So I think this was smart that they, at least it was a decent return in favor of Nashville. Kings make a trade, and they made me happy. Getting an eventual first liner, hopefully. And Nashville, a playoff team, yes, but could they improve? Absolutely. And so they're trying to, put their faith in the future, and I certainly don't blame management for that. Just hopefully John Hynes doesn't ruin the players. Other than that, good trade.
Yeah, I agree. Like Arvidsson has just been struggling for the past 2 years. Like when you're looking at Victor Arvidsson, you were looking for a full-time second line player or a 1-2 punch with behind Ryan Johansson or someone who or Philip Forsberg. Like Forsberg can play on the wing, so pretty much a 1-2 punch with Philip Forsberg on the wing. So I kind of think the 1-2 punch has now working out for Arvidsson for the past 2 or 3 years, but on the Kings base, I think that he can, as long as he stays in the role he is at, then I could say he can be more consistent than before he was on a 1-2 punch role. And last topic of the day, and then we'll do some free agents and we'll wrap this thing up. Arizona Coyotes hired former Iowa 67's head coach Andre Tourigny as their newest head coach.
That's good. That's good. Former Senators.
Yeah. All right. So since our topics have been done, we're gonna do free agents. As always, to close out. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button. I'm gonna say before we do our free agents, I ask you guys to please hit the like button. That man greatly appreciates a lot to us. That's gonna make us do more podcast videos in the near future. Got everything planned for the off season. Details will be announced once the time comes, or details will announce once the off season starts and the day after the Stanley Cup Finals ends, wherever that date may be. So please stay tuned on the Powerskateshow Instagram and Twitter for more updates and news. All right, first player that we're going to talk about is Oilers defenseman Adam Larson. He's a 28-year-old defenseman. His last contract was $4.16 million per year. Will he resign with Edmonton? Yes or no?
Here, Mike. All right. Larson traded for Taylor Hall. That's all I gotta say. And I'm also gonna say that trade is gonna be even worse after Edmonton does not re-sign him. Now listen, Edmonton probably will, and if they were to give him a 3 or 4 year contract, they most likely will. But honestly, Adam Larson, him going back to New Jersey would honestly be, I think, a pretty good fit. He could be a first-line defenseman there. I think another defenseman needy team is Columbus, but if they're going to throw their hopes at Evgeny Kuznetsov, then I don't know if they're going to want to go after him. But, maybe Larson goes back to New Jersey. If he don't, I guess I'll go out of the box and say Ottawa, because I think they could sign him to a 3-4 year deal and still have quite a bit of cap left over. So if we don't go back to New Jersey, we can go to Ottawa. Why not? Be a locker room present.
Yeah, I actually can see Larson. I can see him I like the Ottawa factor. Probably like Pittsburgh or maybe like a bubble, like a bubble team like Nashville, Ottawa, or
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota kind of, or Chicago if they're gonna do something with Duncan Keith. So I kind of see Chicago as the front runner of Larson's choice. Winnipeg Jets center Matthew Perreault. Nostalgia for the Capitals and Ducks. 33-year-old center, $4.125 million per year. Will he re-sign with Winnipeg, yes or no?
I hate to say KHL, but I'm tempted to say KHL. 19 points in 56 games. He's not awful. He has been on the Jets for 7 years now. How has he been on the Jets for 7 years? Well, I guess he has been. They've liked his third and fourth line production, which is obviously why. And listen, he's going to get you roughly 20, 25 points a season. The thing is, the Jets have a decent prospect pool down there in Manitoba. I don't know why they would kind of keep around a 33-year-old center who clearly shows, all right, we know we're going to get maybe 20 points out of this guy if I do think this year will be the start of his decline, which is why I could see him heading over to Europe. Maybe not. I don't know. If he's going to sign elsewhere, it'll be a fourth line deal for 1 year on maybe the Kings or the Red Wings or the Stars. There's a few teams that could use him for the fourth line, but ultimately he's either re-signing Winnipeg on a 1 year deal or going to Europe. I'm leaning towards going to Europe.
I don't see him re-sign with the Jets because I think Cole Perfetti is gonna make a good jump into the NHL. KHL is a possibility. Probably go to a team like Ottawa, Dallas, or probably Columbus. Like a bubble team. So yeah. Oh well, we'll do 2 more. Well, actually 3 more. Let's do it. Nick Bustad, center of the Minnesota Wild, $4.1 million per year. He's 29 years old. Will he re-sign with Minnesota? And I'll go first. No, he's not gonna re-sign with Minnesota. I think he's gonna go to a team like probably like Tampa Bay. Probably the Kings, or or maybe the Flyers. I think the Flyers can take a good time on Nick Bustad. Grant, what do you think?
Yeah, Nick Bukestad's interesting. You know, he showed a lot of promise with the Panthers, and then kind of got traded to Minnesota, slowed down, and the Pittsburgh kind of slowed down again. Listen, he's a decent third liner. I think the Flyers could be a great destination for him. I'm going to go with another Metropolitan team, though. I think I got to go with the Rangers here. He signs with the Rangers on a 2-year deal.
Alright, I have two more. Speaking of Minnesota, Nick Bonino, $4.1 million per year. He's a 33-year-old center. Will he re-sign with Minnesota, yes or no?
Sure. I could re-sign on a 1-year deal, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. Grant, anyway, Vegas Golden Knights defenseman, 34-year-old Alec Martinez.
I mean, Martinez re-signed with the Kings, that'd be sick, but not gonna happen. I'll go with 1-year deal with Carolina for Alec Martinez.
I'll say he will re-sign with Vegas.
Maybe Vegas on 1-year deal too.
Alright, I guess that's gonna wrap up for Season 3, Episode 10 of the Powerskate Show. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button. That man greatly appreciates a lot to us. That's going to make us do more podcast videos in the near future. Do you guys want to follow our personal accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskate Show on Instagram, Twitter for news, updates, like when we go live and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. And turn on post notifications, like I said. Do you guys want to follow Grant on social medias? Plus the Sports Zone, Instagram and Twitter for daily sports news, and YouTube channel when we go live. Links in the description below. I got my own YouTube channel. I forgot to put my own link in the description below, but yeah, I'll do that starting next week. I'm pretty much gonna edit. I'm pretty much gonna start editing my new YouTube videos. So for those who follow me on my social medias, yeah. Anything you would like to add on it, Grant, before we wrap it up?
I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed Season 3, Episode 10. Yeah, you know, got Stanley Cup Finals going on. We'll continue to recap that along with other free agents. Free agency coming soon, so don't worry. We'll be back up with that. We will certainly have a certain guest on for that show as well that I think will make a lot of people in the chat exciting. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we'll continue taking it week by week. Hopefully we can get back to the Wednesday schedule as well, but if not, we'll just keep on trying to do it on Thursdays. And hope you guys enjoyed. See you next Wednesday.
I got one more. For those who are asking about being a guest on our show, we're trying to finish up the Stanley Cup Finals and the draft and the free agency. We will start having guests at the start of the expansion draft. So if you guys are interested about being a guest, please DM us on our social media. Links will be in the description below. We will further you guys some support, whether it's me or Grant, and we will take it from there. Hope you guys have a great weekend. For all my fellow Canadians, have a great Canadian Day. 3 more days. 4th of July.
We can celebrate our holiday.
Yeah, and tell all your friends. I actually left my Zegers jersey upstairs, but that's okay. And tell all your friends. Tune in onto the Powerskate Show Wednesday or Thursday. at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If not, then please turn your post notifications on all of our social medias. And with that, have a good night, everybody.